Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing on this beautiful Tuesday? TQ wants to go do some shopping. She kind of hinted at what she wanted to go shopping in the mulch video that I just got a chance to upload yesterday. No, there weren't any videos over the most of the weekend, I'd say, but that was because we were super busy. We had an award ceremony for Miley for National Honor Society.
Next inductee is Miley Spencer, is the daughter of Savannah and Sean Spencer. She's from Canton South High School. She participates in varsity softball and likes doing travel softball.
Softball's kicking off, so we had a like a preseason game for that, and yeah, life in general, it's just been super busy. So no time for editing, unfortunately. Anyways, Sean Boy and I are out here this morning getting a workout in, and it is freezing. We had a ton of frost just probably half an hour ago. Everything was covered in a really thick layer of frost, and yeah, Sean Boy isn't able to ride his bike as good as he wants to at the moment because his other brake broke. So right now all he's got is front brakes as we're coming down the big old hill that we just came down. But real quick before we hop into today's video, and this isn't targeted at anybody, it just happens every year at this time, you start seeing companies trying to compete with one another in the lawn care industry, and what a lot of people deem as the race to the bottom. That's kind of a term that a lot of folks in our industry use, because you'll see guys cutting each other's throats, doing work that they should be making decent compensation on, and they're doing it literally for nothing. They don't know they're doing it for nothing, but they will know very shortly into the season once they have a breakdown, you know, a setback, something like that. So if you're looking to come into lawn care and landscaping, this is something very personal to myself, an experience that I learned a long time ago, is you do not want to be the cheap guy. You do not want to be the $25 guy. Now, we've all made mistakes and underbidded accounts. That's part of learning and part of business. You don't make that mistake again. And if you keep making that mistake, more than likely you'll be out of business. But I know whenever you're new coming into the industry, all you want to do is get work and be seen, and people will take advantage of you. And I'm trying to help you not get taken advantage of. So what you need to do is set your company standard right off the rip and say, this is what we can do it for. And I say it like this because everybody's price is going to be different, okay? Here in Ohio, a price is going to be different than out in Seattle, Washington, or down in California, or Louisiana, or Florida, North Carolina. I kind of just ran around the country there a little bit real quick. It's going to be different everywhere, okay? A gallon of gas costs different in California than it does here in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so there's no one true method to pricing other than knowing what it's costing you to be in business and breaking that down where you're making a profit on top of that, okay? The biggest thing most of you new to the industry are going to overlook is going to be maintenance and upkeep. And that can kill your business in the long run, because if you blow a transmission, you hit something and destroy your deck. A commercial mower deck will run you $3-4 grand. You blow an engine up, $4 grand. Now there's different prices for all of that as well. Just take it as face value what I'm saying here. But pay attention, guys. Make sure what you're bidding. Take the extra time, especially if you're new, and putting that time into estimating and figuring out, am I going to make money here, and how much money am I going to make here? And mistakes will still happen. Don't beat yourself up over it. Move on from those mistakes. Keep learning. The best mistakes I ever made, unfortunately, cost me a lot of money, and that's part of life. You don't make those mistakes again whenever you got to take a wad of cash out of your bank and give it to somebody else just because a little mistake on your end. Anyways, let's hop into the video. I'll hit some more of those topics here in a little bit. We're going to keep getting our workout in, building a nice, beautiful home back here where we're walking. I used to be able to hunt. Literally, I think I've shared this in the past. There's an oil pump road here that goes up, goes over, and there's a big hill on that back side right up there. I was probably 11 years old. I shot my first deer. It ran through the woods after I shot it. My brother was sitting a couple hundred yards this way. It literally ran through the woods and laid down right next to him, sitting there, and passed away. So yeah, that was my first experience shooting a doe. Having fun? It's gonna be a nice house. They've done a lot of work in just a short week. All right, guys, out here at Hartville Hardware. TQ wants to pick up a little something she used over the weekend. What is it, TQ?
It's the M12 pruning shears.
And it comes in two different ones. You can get just the pruning shear for $199, or you can get the kit with the charger and a battery for $249. So
yes, and we have plenty of batteries and chargers, so we just need
just the shear.
Just the shear.
So now we got to find out if they have just one in. So come back down here, and they got the kit. You see just the shear.
I don't.
All right, guys, so we've picked up a few things so far. TQ went ahead. They didn't have just the one without the battery, so she got that. And then I got me a tub of towels. These are actually heavy-duty cleaning wipes, so you don't got to run in the house and use the water. You can just wipe the grease right off your hands right there. Mine, TQ, mine.
Go for it. I'll let you do all the cleaning you want.
Okay, okay. So I went ahead and picked up one of their flyers as well, coming in the door. Right there is when they're going to have their sale in EXPO, April 7th through April 12th, 2025. All right, guys, last time we were shopping, I didn't get a chance to check out the grill stuff, and this is my section back here. Like, look at this cool stuff. It's kind of like a prep area, and has a cooler for some drinks, cup holders, different condiments. I thought this smoker over here was really cool. Check this thing out. It's called a Franklin. This door, guys, is no joke. Look at that steel thickness. That is crazy. What's that?
It's a flex chute of smokers.
The flex chute of smokers, yeah, no joke. Check this out. You can control your fire down here. That is no joke, guys. This is freaking awesome. That is awesome. They have a whole host of grilling stuff in here. Big green egg. Tons of Traegers. Probably the most amount of accessories that I've seen for outside grilling. These little homemade pizza ovens. I'll show you guys down here. Got one right here. Got some bigger, newer ones right over here. All the accessories that go with those. I have not tried to make one of these just yet because I personally don't eat much pizza, except for occasionally if we go out. But it would be cool to have. I do have a Traeger. I got a lot of these accessories too, but man, do they got a ton. Our own clothing line now, hats. Oh, I do like this hat. That is sick. Crazy. Own seasonings and sauces now. My own paper holder. That's really cool. Our good friend Ryan Priggy, he'd be all about that. These are such nice units now. Yeah, Hartville Hardware, guys. They got you taken care of for outside grilling and everything. Look at this neon sign. I didn't even see it. That is awesome. So, TQ, what trimmer are you thinking?
I'm thinking either another Stihl 94R
Okay.
or the Echo 225.
Echo 225.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right. I'm thinking possibly a 2620 if they have the right one. but we'll see as well. So did want to point out real quick, Schleebus has an aluminum trailer over there. It looks like it's probably a 6 or 7 wide by probably 12 long. Used aluminum trailer for sale. So my first edger I bought was a 225 years ago. That's the one they tried to steal off the trailer. They actually got it off the trailer, but they broke it in the meantime. I had the back lock unlocked. The front one was still locked, and they snapped it off, like, I think it was like right in here. So
yeah, these are both 2620 pass systems.
yeah, for a daily trimmer, I wouldn't recommend a pass.
Right. So
It's just going to be a little too heavy for you.
This is a 225, and it reminds me, it is still a little heavier than the 94R, but it's got a smaller gas tank, just like the 94R. So
yep.
obviously it's not going to hold as
What's
much.
the weight of this unit? Does it say on there? Because I'll plug the exacts up here. The reason she likes the 94s.
11 and a half.
11 and a half. So you're talking probably a pound difference between the 94 and that unit, the 225. And you might not think a pound difference makes a difference, but when you're trimming all day long, it's a huge difference. It's also why we personally, not telling you to do it, we remove the guard off the end of it because it saves you a little more weight.
And the 2620T is 12.8 pounds.
12.8 pounds. And they have that in 2 different models. So I wonder if the other model could be lighter maybe, or if it's exactly the same. 2620 is a good trimmer.
I'm not seeing the other model.
All right, guys, I'll come back in 1 minute. We'll do some more research here. We got a lot to look at. Brought the 225 down here. Going to let TQ kind of fill them both out. So that one, what's the weight on that one?
10.1.
10.1. So I was even a little off there. I thought it was 10.5. And then we take that plastic shield off the end, and that'll be under 10 pound. Fill this one. What's the 225 here?
11 and a half, my bad.
The 225 is 11 and a half?
Yeah.
So when you're doing a lot of trimming, like the Trimmer Queen, weight is a big issue. So we were bringing them down here because she said she felt like the Echo was a little longer. So
Not really.
looks pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty close. The Echo might even be slightly a bit shorter, babe.
I mean, honestly, there's really not a big difference. I've never ran, because you ran Echo before I came along, so I never ran it. So
Right.
I wouldn't know until I try it.
Yeah, I like Echo. I like Still as well. The only knock with the 94 I have is that sometimes it can be finicky to start up. But it's always started. Just sometimes you got to give a few extra pulls. I don't know anything about that trimmer, though, the 225. I do know the 2620 is good. And then the 2620T, I was thinking for a second, and it's just the gear ratio that's the difference. I can't remember all this stuff over the years. It kind of comes and goes, I guess you could say. We'll come back in another minute once TQ makes her decision.
I made it.
You made it?
I'm gonna go.
You gonna give that one a try?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't know until I try, you know?
Yeah. Worst case scenario, you don't like it, we'll bring it back, trade it in here at Schleebus and get you another 94.
Yeah.
I don't foresee you not liking it, though.
Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna carry all our stuff out here while they're taking care of other customers. Got a bunch of stuff serviced to be ready for the year. This one was newer, but it was giving us some issues. I think this one's a year old, I want to say. And then we won't say anything about Noah.
I was just gonna say we just can't let Noah use this.
Yeah, it's all good. Just a little fix there. They had to replace a little gear. Noah gave it a good testing for us. We don't allow Noah to touch our equipment anymore, just saying. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, you can get the flex chute in here at Schleebus. You can pick it up, or they will install it as well. So, or get yourself a bully bucket. What's that?
I left that there so they can register it.
Okay. And then that's our big boy there. That one's just mainly for cutting saplings like we told you. And branches and stuff that kind of get in our way when we're mowing. Thank you, babe. We got to come back in though. So they already threw our multi-force up on here for us. We'll throw the mulch force on whenever we get there. Oh, we must have had a set of blades here too. Oh, no, it had mulching blades on it. Okay, very good. Didn't even ask them to replace those, but they noticed it when they probably put the deck back on, and it's like, hey, you ain't gonna mulch in early spring with those, so. Got it, babe?
Yeah, this was never fitted when we put the things on here.
Yeah, it's to the trailer, the tandem. Friendly reminder, you can use code Spencer for Equipment Defender racks to outfit your trailers or trucks. Also, SureCan gas cans, we have a 10% discount for those, and a few other things. Links are always down in the description. Got it?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go pay for this stuff and get TQ's new trimmer paid for. Somebody had the big dingo out. She got her the 225 to try out. Hopefully she'll like it. Ventrax in the house, just noticed that. Just up the road from Schlabach's here. I think we got everything we need. You want to just grab those blades real quick, babe? I just don't want them to slide off there. Here you go.
Ooh, something needs a little greasy.
Yeah, I mentioned that last week and I never got around to it. We'll do it as soon as we get back. All right, we're out of here.